Hi, guys. This is Riviera sipping and spilling the tea. I was just watching Bishop T.D. Jakes and also Pastor Stephen Furtick. And while I was watching Drop the Mic special, he said something about God. He birthed words that with locals is a word of thoughts. And he kept referencing the Bible, how God said, "Let there be light." He thought about light, and then it became light. And he goes on to say how what we think about could be negative or it could be positive, but learn how to control your thoughts. Because whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, whatever you're trying to build, if you think negatively about it, then you're poisoning your business, you're poisoning to whatever you're trying to accomplish in reality. And that's true. I strongly believe when people put words on you and they say things like, I'm just going to give an example, just coming top of my head. You're broken, or you have these negative characteristic traits, or that people try to put on you, saying you're crazy, or they say that, you know, you're not gonna be successful, your business is not going to be successful, you're not going to have a successful podcast, whatever negative things people try to say, we harbor their words and we let it soak in our mind and it be there in our mind, and we constantly think about it, constantly, which it creates fear, and it doesn't, and we are so in that fear because what people put words, and as we question ourselves, and when we question ourselves we doubt ourselves, and then we lose faith, and when we lose faith, the things that we're trying to accomplish in this world, we're unable to accomplish it because we don't know how to remove negative things that people say about us and block them, for we won't think about it. And if we could control our thoughts and control our minds and switch it into something positive, speak highly about ourselves, saying, like, I am going to be successful. I will make six figures. My business is going to be on the top 10 successful Black owned companies, or just best company worldwide. I'll be international, whatever you want. I'm going to be the best hairdresser, best stylist. I'm going to interview celebrities, whatever you want. It comes with a thought. We think about all these great ideas, and with the words, as we think it and we speak positive about ourselves and positive about our ideas, and then we put them into actions, and we keep pushing through it, no matter how many rejections you have, no matter how many people that says no about it, no matter what anybody say, if you keep thinking positive and you keep building and keep pushing, you will one day eventually be successful. You can be number one on the charts. You can have a successful podcast. You can have that dream house, that dream car, whatever you want. But it all starts with a thought. And it got me thinking when he was talking was, wow, you know, when you think of who built a car, who built an airplane, it was all a thought. It was something that we all processed. That person was like, it'll be nice to fly here to over there within an hour or 2 hours time. He thought that. He built that. He had minor setbacks of it, But eventually, now we have airplanes. Same with automobiles. We have a lot of cars. It was all thoughts of our imagination, what we created in our mind. And then we spoke those things. And then once we spoke those things and we write out plans, and we test our theories, our thoughts, our the process, and we execute it. By listening to Drop the Mic with Bishop T. Jakes, it really opened my eyes how when it comes to your thoughts, things that you want to succeed in life and things that you want to do, you have to keep your thoughts private. And when you keep your thoughts private, you got to also control the way you think about things. Remove the doubt, remove the fear, and really think positive about your ideas, and know that when you work hard, they can come true. You can be successful at anything you want to do, that anything is possible. And as he went back and said a quote, what he said, which I love, I shared it on Facebook. He said, when a teacher ceased to be the student, they began to be irrelevant. It's always best to critique yourself because you want to be better. The art is not to kill the voices in your head, but to turn down the volume. So when he said that, I was like, wow. I know a lot of people out there, they have doubts, negative thoughts, and they were very strict. We're, oh my God, we're our toughest critics. When we're talking, we're like, man, I didn't say this right. I hope people understand what I'm saying. I hope I'm not rambling. I hope this and da. Let me go back and revisit this podcast. Let me listen to what I said. Oh, I don't like the way my voice sound. Oh my God, I mispronounced this word. I didn't articulate that word correctly. You know, I stumble like this and that. And my thoughts go louder, 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 and I have to learn how to turn down that volume. That constructive criticism is good for me because I want to improve my craft. But I also have to balance out that volume of voices in my head and turn it down just a little bit, just a little bit. And to know that I'm doing my best. Next time, work better on this, work better on that, but still pour positive and pour life back into myself. Say, hey, you did a good job on this. Hey, that was really good. Hey, you hit these key points. Hey, people, like this. Hey, this is relatable. And I take the bad criticism, take the good criticism that I put upon myself, and I balance it out where I could do better. And that's how I continue to grow. That's how I continue to make sure my craft is it becomes better and better each day I try. I make sure that it gets better and better. The tips that I was learning from watching TD Jakes about words. My mom always taught me that when you speak negative things happen. When you speak negatively over your life, bad things, you become those things. When you allow people to put labels on you and put you in a box or a category that you are this, and they constantly tell you you are this, you get to believe it. And when you put social media and people who are your close friends or your close circle, if they're saying negative things about you and they're putting all these bad labels on you and they're putting you in these boxes, you start to believe it. And the more you're trying to pour positivity in your life, it's hard if you don't have a group of people that's not giving you life, who's not saying, hey, you're doing a good job. Hey, I applaud you. Or hey, it's good to always applaud yourself, but when you're surrounding yourself with people who put labels on you, who put negative things on you and tell you who you are, it poisons your mind and it poisons your peace and your harmony. And you start to lose focus and you start believing what they're saying about you. And then he goes on to tips of how to control that. Well, he said, well, get you new friends. Surround yourself with new people. If you want to be that millionaire, that billionaire, surround yourself with people who are millionaires. If you want to be a good business owner when it comes to selling clothes, surround yourself with someone that's successful in retail. Learn about Macy's, surround yourself and be in good company around where you could be successful in the craft or the art that you love to do, and take chances. He talks about take chances and not living in fear, and that rejection is okay. And that just because you got rejected does not mean you're not good enough. It just means that place at this time was not meant for you and it wasn't designed for you, and it's okay. That maybe somewhere else is somewhere better that's fit exactly for you at the right time. And I agree with him completely. And I also agree with my mom completely when she used to say that. And I'm learning to speak more positive about myself. And I'm learning to keep my thoughts private and keep things that are close to me that I love private and only share what I feel is necessary to share. So I stop oversharing. And when I have great ideas, I learn how to write it down in my journal. And I learn to wake up every day after I meditate, after I say my divine prayer, after I do my stretches and work out and light candles and listen to music. I always look in the mirror and I say, may I be more loving, may I be more kind, may I be more gentle, may I be more of an active listener and more understanding. Let me continue to be more empathetic, you know, and let me love correctly, and may I receive and accept love too. And the more I say these things and I jot down how I'm feeling, the next day I say, I am blessed. I am happy. I am well taken care of. I am in good health. Um, I am grateful for my past mistakes. I am grateful for my the things that I experience when it comes to relationships and friendships and people that are in my life, people that are not in my life. I'm grateful for them. And the more I start speaking positive affirmations and speaking affirmations that are true to me in my life, I learned how to control my thoughts and control the way I'm thinking. So now I think positive all the time. I'm very optimistic about the future. I'm very optimistic about the present. Now, when I said it before with Latika, I was interviewing her. Shout out to her. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. When I start speaking positive and I start being honest about everything, who I am, I reintroduce myself a way of thinking of something new. And it gave me the confidence that I need within myself to take a chance to start this podcast, to take a chance to open up my candle line and my jewelry that's coming out too. It made me take a chance to write my book and to be more open, more vulnerable, and share my experience to everyone. And when I pay a bill, I'm more happy to pay the bill because it got me thinking like, well, you need your lights on because you need to work. You need electricity because you need your laptop because you have school and you have a business to run. So why are you getting upset because you have to pay a light bill, but it's something that you need? And I learned to take everything that I have to do when it comes to paying bills or anything. I started to look at it as a blessing. I start finding the joy of paying bills, and it goes with giving too. I start finding joy in giving. When you give, you want to make sure you come with good intentions, with a good heart, with no expectations in return. And when you start finding the joy in everything, you constantly, it makes you feel good. And when you learn how to let go of things and let things happen and be in the moment and living in a now, you find the pleasure in life moments and you find great experience. But it all start with me. I had to learn how to do it within myself, and it start with my mind first. So every thought, anything that's negative, I instantly take a deep breath and breathe, relax, refocus, and turn that negative thought into something positive. For when I speak my words, I want my words to be true. I want it to be positive, for I could do a good job when it comes to talking to my viewers or talking to friends and family. I make sure I'm good first before I speak. And that's one ways how me personally, how I control my thoughts. And also I write out too. If I am having a bad day, I've been really allowing myself to experience my bad days. If I feel very over emotional and I feel like crying, I give myself a whole 24 hours to myself where I don't text nobody, I don't call nobody, and I'll take a long, hot shower and I will soak in my tears and I'll just cry. And I experience all the emotions. Then I ask myself, why are you feeling this way? Why are you thinking this way? And once I get it all out of my system and I live in those emotions now, I find myself that I'm releasing whatever it is in me. It needed to be released. And once it's released, I find myself being good afterwards. I find myself being at peace again. And that's the other tips that I do. And the other thing that I do control my mind is I always listen to good meditation music. And I really do visualization meditation where I visualize something that makes me happy when it comes to my thinking process. And the one thing that makes me happy, that makes me smile, is my son's laughter. So I think about his laughter, and when he laughs, I could feel the joy and the love and happiness that he has, and that makes me happy. And then I visualize all the good things that I have in my life now, and I take that visual, that feeling with me to carry me on the whole day. I guess what I'm going to say to all my viewers who are listening, I wanted to do this podcast because I felt like it was important. It's not going to be a long podcast. Trust me. Is to let people know that, again, I said it before in the podcast, I'm saying it again. Surround yourself with good people. People who pour into you in a positive way. Surround yourself with those who think highly about you, who genuinely love you and care about you. We are surrounded by people where it's fake love is given. They only love you because they see that you have a lot of stuff to offer, or they see your alignment or your potential, or they love your aura. So they want to get to experience it, so they gravitate towards it. Don't allow people to put you in a box. Don't allow people to put words on you, especially negative words to you, that it destroys your peace and your harmony and makes you lose focus. Also, learn how to breathe. Take a time out and just breathe and refocus and reposition your thoughts. You know, and once you do your breathing techniques, you breathe in through your mouth, breathe out through your nose, sit back and think about three things that you are grateful for. And finally, keep your thoughts private. With social media, anything you say or anything you try to think, it's hard because it's not safe. Even when you're texting, it's not safe. Even when you try to FaceTime people, it's not safe. Somebody always have a hidden agenda. When it comes to things like that, it's good to keep your thoughts private and to write them down and keep it to yourself. And always pour into yourself. I strongly believe, and my mom used to tell me this all the time. She used to say it when it comes to me and my son. She used to say, if you're not good to yourself, how can you be good to your son? And I always sit back and think, if I'm not good to myself, how can I be good to everyone else? How can I allow people to experience the joy, or how can I educate someone or give them knowledge, or how can I be accepting of others if I'm not treating myself good? I have to first pour into me, and doing that is reflecting and pouring in positive affirmations. I may not be good at everything, so that's why I always say, may I be or may I become these things, because I'm all about being realistic with myself. I rather, what Nicole always tell me, I rather not overpromise. I prefer to over deliver. And that is so true. Shout out to Nicole Govan to that one. Some good quotes, good Facebook posts there. And then be more accepting of your reality and know that each minute, each hour, you're making steps to become better, and you're making progress, and you're going to meet your goals. So don't try to be hard on yourself. Learning to accept your reality and keep pushing is, trust me, you'll get there. So learn how to accept your reality and learning how to let go. Things that you cannot control, let it go and just let it fall into place. Things that you can control, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. So that's all I have for you guys today on Sipping and Spilling the Tea. When it comes to controlling your thoughts, again, breathing techniques, reflect, three grateful things, keep your thoughts private, surround yourself with good people, accept your reality, and know that you're doing the best that you can. And each day, as you are progressing, you're exactly where you need to be. And continue to live in your true self, your naked true self. Because I tell you, I've been stripping away labels and layers and everything people have said about me and things I done found out about people. And I'm learning to strip all that stuff off. And I'm learning to live and be in my true naked form. And I will tell you, this is the best feeling in the world, when you accept your reality and you accept who you are and you love who you are. So that's all I have today for you guys with Sipping and Spilling the Tea. I hope you guys enjoy my random quit thought on this podcast. And please, if you don't follow TD Jakes please follow him or look him up on YouTube when he did the sermon with Drop the Mic with Pastor Steve. Please watch it. It was, man, mind blowing. And he made me like, after listening to him, it just made me jump and wanted to share my thoughts on after I listened uh, that that podcast. It was amazing. So that's all I have for you guys today. You guys have a great day. May God be love. You are a blessing to anyone that you walk path with. You are a blessing to them and they are a blessing to you. If you are a single mother doing it on your own, congrats. Keep it up. If you are a business person and you just started your business, keep going. Don't give up. If you're already a business person, congratulations. You have made it because it is tough. And if you just on this journey of self-healing and you broke certain patterns or you just woke up and you just feel good about yourself and you're happy and you're just ready to take life on for the first time, I applaud you because that takes a lot. So I give you guys life. I give you guys peace. I give you prosperity. I give you abundance, care, love, and I give you wealth, not just wealth in your pockets, but wealth in everything you do and let you be fruitful. And thank you for listening with Sipping and Spilling the Tea podcast, Random Thought with Riviera. Thank you. Bye.